innovative, eclectic, genius, all adjectives assigned to Giovanni Benedetto Castiglione. Witness the act of creativity as close to the imagination as one can get. Less about verisimilitude and more about the expression of feeling. Look at the intensity of this gaze and the flowing robes and this figure here.
Well, after all, the same verve and brio of Castiglione's penmanship can be found in his Capricci. These were one of 4 categories of drawings that Anne Percy grouped together in the so-called Castiglione album.
By the time he made these drawings, Castiglione had been in Rome soaking up the influence of Nicolas Poussin and Pietro Testa, artists steeped in classical Ovidian narrative. Can you imagine what it would have been like to be in Rome at that time with these artists, having these debates and conversations about the narratives and which aspect of those narratives demanded their creative attention? The conversation must have been rich.
Yes, it's true that scholars agree that Castiglione's works changed during the time he spent in the Eternal City. And there, like Testa, he discovered that his imagination could be expressed with brilliant flourishes of pen lines across the surface to create figures with robust forms, to endow his works with different inflections intending to increase the emotional intensity of the narrative. We see this happening right in this drawing.
The Capricci represent well Castiglione's fertile imagination, virtuosity, and interest in emotional intensity. There's a mystery about them. Only in rare cases can subjects be known, and one shouldn't expect a perfect fit. One scholar, writing about our drawing, was reminded of the nymphs of Dodona, who nursed young Jupiter on Mount Ida.
As one might expect, other opinions exist about this elusive subject.
Artemis, or her Roman counterpart Diana, comes to mind because of the bucolic setting and the presence of one or more nymphs. The 2 figures in motion are carrying vessels of some kind, and Diana looks as though she's in hot pursuit of someone. My guess is that this is one of those scenarios where someone fails to make an offering to her and she punishes them. Artemis was notable in antiquity for being quick to anger and for the intensity of her anger. Oeneus, the king of Calydon, incurred her wrath when he neglected to offer first fruits. Hence, perhaps, the vessels in this drawing. In Book 8 of the Metamorphoses, Ovid wrote, "Anger even touches the gods. I shall not suffer this without exacting punishment," she cried. "And, though not honored, it will not be said that I was unavenged." And the goddess, spurned, sent an avenging wild boar.
I've always been fascinated by the energy that one can feel when an artist is having their first ideas. Primo pensieri, it is called. This obviously is a little more formal, a little bit beyond that, but you still get the feeling that there is a conceptualization going on, a real feeling of coming into the subject with absolute abandon. Whatever the subject, we know that the drawing was sought by collectors, and in fact, many artists of his day collected his drawings. We can trace it from Giuseppe Velardi to Giuseppe Pacini, to an anonymous collector in Florence, Italy, to Christie's in London in 1998, to the collection of William M.B. and Bernadette Berger, and finally to Timothy J. Standring, the curator emeritus at the Denver Museum and one of the world's authorities, if not the authority, on Castiglione. 2 women appearing to a woman near a burning altar by Giovanni Benedetto Castiglione.